Happy Lord's Day, everyone! Welcome to our online worship celebration. Sa oras pong ito, tayo pong lahat ay may puri at magalak sa presensya ng Diyos.
Let us proceed to our communion. Partaking in communion is a sacred moment that binds us to the essence of Christ's sacrifice. As we take our communion, let's remember 1 Corinthians 11 verses 24 to 25. And when he had given thanks, he broke it and said, "This is my body, which is for you. Do this in remembrance of me." In the same way, after supper, he took the cup, saying, "This cup is the new covenant in my blood. Do this whenever you drink it, in remembrance of me." Let the bread and the cup symbolize not only Christ's sacrifice, but also our unity as believers. May this communion strengthen our faith and inspire us to live in His love. Let us eat the bread and drink the wine in the cup.
Dumako naman po tayo sa pagbibigay. Sabi po sa John 3 verse 16, "Sapagkat gayon na lamang ang pag-ibig ng Diyos sa sanlibutan, na ibinigay niya ang kanyang bugtong na anak, upang ang sinumang sumampalataya ay hindi mapahamak, kundi magkaroon ng buhay na walang hanggan." Pansinin po natin ang talatang binasa ko. Di po ba grabe ang pagmamahal ng Diyos sa atin? To the point na isinakripisyo niya ang buhay ng kanyang nag-iisang anak just to show His love towards us. Kaya naman kapatid, what is 10% compare sa buhay na isinakripisyo ng Diyos para ikaw at ako ay maligtas at mapatawad sa ating nagawang kasalanan? Kapatid, kung talagang mahal mo ang ating Diyos, hindi ka maghihinayang na magbigay. Dahil kung tutuusin, ang Diyos po ang unang nagbigay sa atin. At kung totoong mahal mo ang Panginoon, magagawa mo ring magsakripisyo tulad ng ginawa ng ating Diyos na pagsakripisyo para sa atin. Kapatid, kung totoong mahalaga sa iyo ang Panginoon, magagawa mo ring ibigay sa Kanya ang isa sa mahalagang bagay na iniingatan mo, ang iyong pananalapi. Palagi po nating pakatatandaan na hindi after si Lord sa iyong salapi, kundi after si Lord sa iyong pagsunod. Sige po, tayo pong lahat ay magbigay sa ating Diyos na buhay. Maaari ninyo pong ipadala ang inyong mga tithes and offerings sa mga account numbers na makikita ninyo sa inyong mga screen. Maraming salamat po and God bless.
Happy Lord's Day po sa inyo pong lahat. Welcome po sa ating online worship celebration at sa ating on-site worship celebration. Alam niyo po, sapat po ang spiritual nourishment na inihahatid at ibinibigay po sa inyo ng simbahang ito para sa iyong personal at spiritual na paglago. Kung ako po ay inyo pong itinuturing na inyong pastor, kailangan niyo pa bang maghanap ng ibang pastor? Kailangan niyo pa bang magsimba sa ibang simbahan? Hindi pa ba sapat ang nourishment na inyong natatanggap? This church is giving you the thing that you need for your personal growth. This day, I would like to share this topic entitled, "The Importance of Destiny Helper in the Journey of Life." The importance of Destiny Helper in the journey of life. Let me read to you the account from the book of Acts, chapter 3, verse 1 to 10. One day, Peter and John were going up to the temple at the time of prayer at 3 in the afternoon. Now a man who was lame from birth was being carried to the temple gate called Beautiful, where he was put every day to beg from those going into the temple courts. When he saw Peter and John about to enter, he asked them for money. Peter looked straight at him, as did John. Then Peter said, "Look at us." So the man gave them his attention, expecting to get something from them. Then Peter said, "Silver or gold I do not have, but what I do have I give you. In the name of Jesus Christ of Nazareth, walk." Taking him by the right hand, he helped him up, and instantly the man's feet and ankles became strong. He jumped to his feet and began to walk. Then he went with them into the temple courts, walking and jumping and praising God. When all the people saw him walking and praising God, they recognized him as the man who used to sit begging at the temple gate called Beautiful. And they were filled with wonder and amazement at what had happened to him. Purihin ng Panginoon sa mga salitang ito. I want you to know that in the journey of life, you are going to meet two kinds of people. As you continue to journey in life, you will meet a destiny killer. Who is a destiny killer? A destiny killer is someone who is a wrong person in your life. A person who have unholy and wrong intentions in your life. A person who takes advantage and will bring disaster to you. A person who will bring harm and negative influence to you. A person who will forfeit and ruin your destiny. A person who will kill your drive for success. A person that will try to kill the faith that God has put inside of you. A person who will destroy you, your life, and your testimony. If there is a destiny killer, there is a destiny helper. Who is a destiny helper? I will begin by telling you about what is your destiny before I tell you who is a destiny helper. Your destiny is your destination in God. Your destiny is the divine agenda of God for your life. No one is a mistake person. May programa ang Diyos sa buhay mo. Your destiny is the divine purpose and plan of God for you. What or who is a destiny helper? A destiny helper is someone who is empowered by God to help you reach your destiny. A person that God has ordained to help you reach your goal, help you fulfill your dreams, to help you accomplish your vision, to help you reach your destiny. A destiny helper is a man or a woman assigned by God to add value to your life, to add usefulness to your life, and to add significance to you. They are the people God sends to your life to improve you, to benefit you, to stand with you in the battles of life. They are instrumental to help you to greatness and success, and make you have a better life and make you a better person. People who will help you fulfill your God-given destiny. You need to understand that you cannot make it by yourself. Hindi mo kakayanin kung mag-isa ka lang. Maybe you have a Bible verse that will come to your mind, and I am aware of this. The Bible says, I can do all things through Christ who gives me strength. But there are people that God has strengthened to help you. May mga taong malakas para tulungan ka. No matter how gifted you are, no matter how skilled you are, no matter how talented you are, how anointed you are, kahit gaano ka kahusay, kahit gaano ka kagaling, kailangan mo ng destiny helper. You must be surrounded with destiny helpers. They are right people assigned by God to you to help you and to stand with you in battles. Merong malinis at magandang hangarin sa iyo, sa buhay mo. There is no man or woman that is independent of help. Lahat kailangan ng tulong. Lahat nangangailangan ng giya at gabay. From the time we were conceived and up to the time we were promoted to glory, we will need people called destiny helpers. Sa tiyan pa lang may mga tao na nakapalibot sa imo, na nagpaanak sa imo, nagputol sa pusod mo, nagpadudo sa imo, nagkarigo sa imo, nag-aling sa imo. When you were a baby, you need a mother to help you. You need a mother to feed you. It took parents to nourish you. It took teachers to help educate you. If you know of a person, a man or a woman who has achieved greatness and success in life, behind them are destiny helpers. When God wants to bless you, He sends a destiny helper. When the devil wants to destroy you, he sends a destiny killer. But wait, destiny killers would at first disguise as an angel of light. Kunyari, concern sa iyo. Kunyari, tutulong sa iyo. Pero at the back of his mind, mayroong masamang motibo at intention sa iyo. Makinig ka, kapatid. Hindi tutulong ang padala ng demonyo ng libre. Maniningil at maniningil yun sa bandang huli. Sa una, kunyari, sumusunod sa iyo, mabait sa iyo. Kapag nagpauto ka, later makikita mo at mararamdaman mo ang lupit at ikaw naman ngayon ang susunod dahil natali ka na sa leeg. Not everybody that passes your way is worthy of your attachment and attention. Hindi lahat karapat-dapat ng iyong pakikitungo at atensyon. Hindi lahat kinakausap. Hindi lahat ini-entertain. Pinipili ang mga taong sasamahan. Pinipili ang taong kinakausap. Maging matalino ka, kapatid. Alam mo naman na may masamang intensyon. Nakikipaglaro ka pa, nakikipagbulahan ka pa. Para matulungan ka. Alam mo namang masamang impluensya, sasamahan mo pa. Anak ka ba ng Diyos talaga? Be careful to every people. Learn to scrutinize. Learn to discern. Kapag wrong people, may wrong motive at purpose. Magdadala sa iyo sa wrong life, wrong place, wrong behavior, wrong future. Delete wrong people sa buhay mo. Sa Facebook mo, sa messenger mo, sa cellphone mo. Hindi mo kailangan makipag-usap o makipag-entertain o makipag-bargain sa demonyo. Stop it. You need to stop it. Nagrarani pa lang, aram mo na dapat ang sasabihin mo. Marunong kang mag-block. Marunong kang mag-unfriend. Dapat marunong kang mag-deadma, mag-ignore. Kung kaipuhan magtaas din kiray, dapat gawin mo. Don't give place to the devil, sabi ng Bible. Sabi ng isang lingkod ng Diyos na si Aflukaw, do not even allow them to enter your yard, to know your password, to know your number. Charles Stanley said, do not allow them to be a friend in your Facebook, to enter in your inbox and chat box, even to know your personal address and identity. Pastor Rick Warren said, do not even bother to entertain and give even a minute of time with them. Let me give you a case scenario. May lalapit sa iyo at niyayaya ka. Alam mong wrong influence sa buhay mo, adik. Puro bisyo, alak, sugal at sigarilyo ang alam sa katawan, sasamahan mo pa. Alam mong takaw away at takaw gulo, war freak at butangero, makikipagbarkada ka pa. Alam mo sa una pa lang may masamang binabalak na, may hindi na magandang kaisipan sa iyo, susugal ka pa, makikipagdil ka pa. Sige sa imo kaagda, mag-escape sa klase, mag-absent, maupod ka pa. May sige pakichat sa iyo. At alam mo kung saan ito tutungo. Bakit di mo na lang i-block? I-block mo sa Messenger, i-block mo sa Facebook. Do not play around with wrong people, nor have acquaintance with them. Kunyari, tutulong sa iyo, tutulong sa anak mo, kunyari, concern sa iyo, pero alam at alam mo, hindi tama ang motibo. Alam at alam mo, dinadaan-daan kunyari sa biro, pabiro-biro muna kung madadala ka sa biro, at pag nauto ka, ang biro ay nagiging seryoso. Stop playing around with destiny killers. Masasaktan ka later, masasaktan ka, promise. In the journey of life, you need a destiny helper. Get rid of destiny killers. The deepest person on earth is he who refuses to listen. Ang pinakabiging tao sa mundo, yung taong ayaw makinig at ayaw sumunod. Ang destiny helper ay ginto. Ang destiny killer ay bato, at yung batong kinokolekta mo, yun ang pupukpok sa ulo mo at dudurog sa pamilya mo, sisira sa future mo. Huwag mong ipagpapalit ang ginto sa bato. Never ignore right people who care for you. For someday you will realize you have lost a diamond while you were busy collecting stones. At hindi mo pwedeng isama sa journey mo ang ginto at bato. May helper at may destiny killer. Ano kahilo? Sabi ng Panginoon, paano mo pagsasamahin ang mabuti at masama? Ang dilim at liwanag? Paano mo pagsasamahin ang Diyos at si Satanas o si Beelzebub? Kung magpapakatino ka, pumili ka ng kakausapin mo. Pumili ka ng pakikitunguhan mo at pakikipagtransaksyon mo. Pumili ka ng sasamahan mo sa paglalakbay. Ang destiny helper minsan, pagsasabihan ka ng ikabubuti mo, pero minamasama mo. Akala mo pinahihirapan ka o pinarurusahan ka. Dapat marunong ka sumunod at makinig sa destiny helper mo. Kahit mahirap ang ipinapagawa ni Coach Freddie Roach, pinabubugbog si Manny Pacquiao sa mas malalaking katunggali at sparring partner. Kahit mahirap ang ipinagagawa, sumusunod pa din kasi alam niya ang helper niya ay umuukit ng championship title niya. Ang destiny helper mo ang magsasabi at magkukorek ng pananamit mo. Akay luwas ang pusod mo. Akay nakabado ka nga, manipis naman, at see-through. Akay sige mo sulot, short na very, very short. Respect yourself para i-respect ka ng mga lalaki, para hindi ka nababastos at hindi nakakababa ng tingin. Suot pa lang dapat ka respeto na. Suot pa lang, baka mukhang malandi ka na. Yung destiny helper mo, maon masabi nin totoo sa imo. Kahit masakit, pero sasabihin sa iyo yung totoo. Akay sige mo pakiistoryahan, pakikaukawan sa mga lalaki. Sensual jokes, game na game ka. Kababae mong tao, huwag kang malandi. Huwag mong mamasamain ang nagkokorek sa iyo. Akala mo difficult people, pero para sa kapakanan mo at sa ikabubuti mo. Everybody needs a destiny helper. We cannot fulfill our destiny by our own selves. We need others to help us. Not just others, but those right people we need. You need a helper. I also need a helper. Even great men and characters in the Bible needed a helper. Naaman and the maid, a man with a great track record, a captain, an official in the Syrian army, highly respected, but with a great problem of leprosy. Yung maid niya, ang ginamit ng Diyos for him to find his destiny. What about Jethro and Moses? Overwhelmed and exhausted si Moises. Mula madaling araw hanggang gabi, pila ang mga tao para idulog ang mga usapin sa kanya. But Jethro was sent to help him. Si Jethro ang nag-advise kay Moses ng tamang gagawin at naging magaan ang kanyang ministry. What about Elijah and the widow of Zarephath? Last meal na lang ang pagkain ng mag-ina. But the prophet came. Sabi ng propeta, give offering to me, and the flour will not be consumed, and the oil will never run dry. What about Mordecai and Esther? Dahil sa pag-aalaga ni Mordecai sa naulilang bata na si Esther, kinalauna si Esther ay naging reyna. What about Hannah and Eli? Si Hannah na hindi magkaanak, diniklarahan ng saserdoteng si Eli, mangyari ang hinihikbi mo. Shunammite woman in Elisha, laging may nakalaang kwarto, papag, mesa, lampara, at pagkain para kay Propeta Eliseo tuwing pupunta ng Sunem. Binuhay naman ni Propeta Eliseo ang bata na anak ng Sunamita. What about Jesus and disciples? Naging magaan ang gawain at kumalat ang ebanghelyo dahil sa 12 disciples na kasama ng Panginoon. Nobody is independent of help. Let us go back to the passage of the scriptures na binasa natin kanina sa book of Acts chapter 3 verse 1 to 10. Let us learn spiritual truth from this story. Sa taong ito na may destiny, ikaw kapatid, may destiny ka ba? Sigurado may destiny ka. There was a man born lame from the womb. May isang lalaking lumpo mula pa nung ipinanganak. There are problems that begin from the womb. Sadyang may mga problemang matagal na. Sa tiyan pa lang, ang mamang ito ay may problema na. Ikaw, kapatid, ilang taon mo na bang dinadala yung problema mo? Una, ang problema kahit nang tatagal, pero hindi pa yun ang final. Ang problema kahit nang tatagal, pero hindi yun ang final. Doon nga sa Bethesda, 38 years paralitiko, pero pinagaling ng ating Panginoon. Your problem and your situation is not yet final. Your problem and your situation is not yet final. Lame from the mother's womb, he was not regarded by everybody. Dinadaan-daanan lang siya ng mga tao. Insignificant person. Very ordinary person. There is no beauty. Pero may extraordinary plan ang Panginoon. May extraordinary assignment na gagawin ng Panginoon. Huwag mong mamaliitin ang mga ordinaryo at sa tingin mo ay mga insignificant na tao. Kasi may malaking gagawin ng Panginoon kahit sa mga ordinaryong tao. Pangalawang katotohanan, sa Bible, madalas ang mga ordinaryong tao ang ginagawa ni Lord ng malalaking patutuo. Paano mo ipapaliwanag ang ordinaryong batang ulila? Ordinary orphan girl, si Esther, who became a queen. An ordinary shepherd boy, David, who became a king. A barren woman, Sarah, who became the mother of nations. An ordinary girl, Mary, who became the mother of Jesus. Sabi mo sa katabi mo, I am more than you can see. Sabi mo, I am more than you can see. Huwag mong i-look down ang sarili mo, kapatid. Huwag mong mamaliitin ang sarili mo. Kapag kumilos si Lord sa iyo, malaki ang mangyayari sa buhay mo at sa kabuhayan mo. Higit pa ang mangyayari sa buhay ko kaysa nakikita mo. You are marked for greatness. You have a destiny. God has a plan. God has a program, an agenda and purpose for your life. Mayroong magandang mangyayari, mayroong pagpapala. The man was lame. He has an ugly condition. But he was put to sit down at the gate called Beautiful. Parang may contradiction sa kwento. Sometimes we are at the best of time, at the same time, at the worst of time. Sometimes you are surrounded by beauty, but not partakers of beauty. Sometimes you are surrounded by opportunities, but not a partaker of opportunity. Ang daming nangyayari sa paligid, pero sa buhay mo parang walang nangyayari. Ang daming magagandang nangyayari sa mga kapitbahay mo, pero sa buhay mo at sa bahay mo wala. Ang daming nangyayaring masaya, pero ikaw malungkot pa din. There will be an end to contradictions in your life. Anything that God has ordained for you, it will not pass by you. Pangatlong katotohanan, anumang inilaan ng Diyos para sa iyo, hindi ito lalampas sa iyo. Sabi ng Biblia, sa bundok ni Yahweh, laging may nakalaan. Your story will change. Magbabago ang kwento ng buhay mo. From breakdown to breakthrough. From lamentation to laughter. From trials to triumph. From test to a testimony. Most people that saw him as a helpless person. They already put a full stop in his life. Wala na mangyayari dida. Di rin na mabago ang sitwasyon sana. Di rin na yan maasenso. Kapatid, when people put a full stop in your life, God will begin to give a new sentence. Makinig ka, ang Panginoon ay nagbibigay ng bagong deklarasyon at pangungusap sa iyo, sa buhay mo. Hindi ka mananatiling maliit, hindi ka mananatiling ape, hindi ka mananatiling malas. Ikaw ay pagpapalain, ikaw ay pasasaganain at palalakihin ng Panginoon. Pang-apat, when God decides to change one's life, He sends a man. When God decides to change one's life, He sends a man. He sends a destiny helper. God will change you. That is why He sends you a man. As they were going to the temple at the hour of prayer, He looks at them and asks for alms. 3 things for a miracle and change to happen. 3 things that are very important to fulfill your destiny. 3 things to enter into the purpose and plan of God for your life. Una, kapatid, you must be in the right place. You must understand that where you are matter. Your position matter. Anharayo sa kusina, nauubusan grasya. Anharani sa kuro, nauuringan. Kung gusto mo punduhan ka sa sasakyan, pumosisyon ka sa tama na lugar. Ang buto para tumubo dapat nasa right place. You must be in the right place, not in the wrong place. It is good to be in the house of God. It is good to be in the cell group. It is good to be in the company of believers. Higit na mas mainam ang nasa bahay sambahan. Ang iba nasa bahay aliwa, nasa bahay inuman, nasa bahay sugalan, nasa bahay sabungan. Higit na mainam ang nasa bahay kanang Panginoon. One day in the house of God is better than 1,000 days elsewhere. The layman was just sitting at the right place. Kasi doon dadaan ang right person para mag-pray sa temple. Yung right person may connection sa Diyos. Yung right person nakakakilala sa Panginoon, may ugnayang maayos sa Panginoon. Pumosisyon ka sa tamang lugar para daanan ka ng himala. Daanan ka ng right people na padala ng Diyos sa buhay mo. Hindi kung sino-sino lang na dadaan at tutulong sa iyo, right people na. No! That right people must be connected from God. Si Sakeo pumosisyon, doon pala dadaan si Lord sa may sikumoro. Pangalawa, you must wait for the right time. Wait for the right time. It will come. Sabi ni Lord, wait for the promise. After 50 days, the promise came. 500 kataong sinabihan. 120 na mananampalataya ang nakapag-antay. At yung 120 napuspos ng Banal Espiritu Santo doon sa upper room. If there is no answer yet, keep praying. Keep declaring. Keep giving. Keep believing. Keep worshiping. Keep doing and keep waiting. The man was in the right place, but he has to wait for the right time. There is an appointed time to those who wait. May appointment ang Panginoon sa iyo at sa buhay mo. Nasa right place ka na. Naglilingkod ka sa ating Panginoon. Nasa online celebration ka, nasa on-site celebration ka, nasa cell group ka, nasa company of believers ka, nasa right place ka na. May connection ka at nasa paglilingkod ka sa ating Panginoon. Right time na lang, tamang panahon. Right time, you have to wait. Habakkuk says, the vision may tarry, but it will come, it will happen. God will make all things beautiful in His time. Pangatlo, connect with the right people. Connect with the right people. In this life, you don't need everybody to like you. You don't need everybody to know you. You don't need everybody to love you and to support you. You don't need everybody to help you. Hindi lahat na nag-o-offer ng help, hindi lahat na nag-o-offer ng tulong ay right people sa iyo. Ang iba dyan may masamang motibo at intention sa buhay mo. At alam mo yan, kapatid. You only need the right people to support you, to love you, to help you, to know you. Few right people to journey with you is enough than to journey with a multitude of wrong people in your life. Yung 12 spies pumunta sa promised land. Pag-uwi yung 10 negative, 2 lang yung positive ang deklarasyon. Doon ka na sa 2 positive na sinasamahan ng Diyos. In verse 6 and 7, sabi ng Bible, silver and gold I have none, but such as I have give I thee. The man did not walk. He took him by the right hand and lifted him up. Yan ang role ng destiny helper. To take your right hand and lift you up. To help you. To care for you. Ipadama ang concern. Ang malasakit. Mangarap ng maganda sa iyo. Mag-isip ng mabuti sa iyo. Gawin ang responsibilidad. Tulungan ka na walang kapalit. He took him by the right hand and lifted him up. Parang sinasabi ng destiny helper, huwag ka sa level na yan. Dito ka. Huwag ka dyan sa ibaba. Dito ka sa itaas. Huwag ka dyan sa dilim. Dito ka sa liwanag. Huwag ka dyan sa masamang koneksyon. Dito ka sa tamang koneksyon. Huwag ka dyan sa maling tao. Dito ka sa tamang tao. Huwag ka dyan sa kasalanan. Dito ka sa kabanalan. Huwag ka dyan makipaglukuhan. Dito ka sa katinuan. Dito ka sa taas. Dito ka sa kabanalan. Dito ka sa may koneksyon sa Panginoon na may takot sa Diyos. Destiny helper is instrumental to your greatness. Kung nais mong magtagumpay ka, huwag kang magsisigit ng maling tao sa journey mo. Samahan mo lang ang destiny helper mo. Huwag kang magsasali ng destiny killer. Foul yun, kapatid. Maling-mali yun. Galit ang Diyos kapag ganoon. Bilang lingkod ng Panginoon, kung itinuturing niyo akong destiny helper niyo, pero sinasabi ko sa inyo, tumigil kayo sa ka-entertain sa mga destiny killers, mga padala ng demonyo. Bato yan na pupukpok sa ulo mo. Wrong people with wrong motive, wrong intention, wrong influence, pakikitunguhan mo. Nag-o-offer ng help, pero may kapalit sa bandang huli. Na ikasisiran ng testimony mo. Huwag ganon, kapatid. Go with the right people. Go with the right connections. Huwag kang pauuto dito sa mundo. Then he went with them in the temple court, walking and leaping and praising God. Kapatid, ang buhay mo ay dapat nagwawa ka sa tagumpay. Dapat ang buhay mo, ang Panginoong Diyos ang nag-glorify. Sana may napulot ka at may natandaan ka sa mensahe ng Panginoon sa araw na ito. Pagpalain tayo ng ating Panginoong Diyos, palapakan natin ng Panginoon, itaas ang mga kamay, magsitayo at ako'y nagdideklara. Ang kapayapaan ng Panginoon ay sumating lahat, ang panatag na puso, ang matiwasay na pag-iisip, ang masayang kalooban at malakas sa pangangatawan, ang pinagpalang buhay at kabuhay dumali sa iyong sambahayan. Pakaingatan ka ng Diyos sa isang buong linggong darating, at ang kapayapaan niya maghari sa atin. Tanggapin natin lahat ito sa pangalan ng Ama, ng Anak, ng Espiritu Santo. Lahat ay magsabi ng Amen. God bless you. God bless you.